All right, it's Friday, so it's time for the company quiz. We take stories, making headlines, and ask related questions. Now, usually, when I say usually, I mean every time, I'm the one asking the questions to the company. But since we're celebrating our one-year anniversary this week, a viewer suggested this, so I'm going to play along. A little twist to the quiz. Instead of me, quiz veteran and multi-time winner Seth Denson is going to ask the question, and then I will win it this week.
Multi-time winner.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Put on a little clinic. All right, Seth Denson, let's go.
A student becomes a teacher. I love it. All right, Sean, Lindsay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, question one. You've had many big-name guests on the show over this past year, myself included, but none bigger than President Trump himself. Watch this.
Well, I've made a lot of great moves. I've hired some great people. You know some of them, but we have some great people in government. No, Jeff Sessions was.
I'm on the bad list, right?
No, you're in a good list. You did a very good job, and you're doing very good now.
Let's hope you do good now. So last Sunday, President Trump spoke at CPAC, where he won this year's straw poll. The conference has been held since 1974. Who has won the most CPAC straw polls? Was it A, Ronald Reagan, B, Mitt Romney, C, Rand Paul, or D, Donald Trump?
Wow. Oh, this is hard.
I know. You got a 25% shot.
Don't cheat. She's now looking over at me. I feel, all right, let's go. I've got an A, she's got a B.
And Lindsay off to a quick lead there. Mitt Romney, that's right. So interestingly enough, Mitt Romney actually won the straw poll 4 times at CPAC, even though, you know, he was not invited
Next
this
question,
year.
Denson, let's go. Don't dwell.
I don't know that he's going to be back invited soon, but Ronald Reagan, he's won it 3 times.
All right, so you're pretty close,
Let's go. Let's not dwell on this.
All right, question number 2. Another great guest and one of your staff members' favorite segments was when Ben Shapiro spoke about cancel culture.
I would prefer that we all be able to buy the shoes that we want to buy and that we not care about the political affiliations of CEOs. But if the left is going to play this game where they destroy companies based on the political viewpoints of the CEO, or they're going to go after anybody who has a bad old tweet from 15 years ago or a not so bad old tweet from 15 minutes ago, then conservatives are going to be left with no ability to even have a conversation. You're going to end up with two essentially strata in American society, one conservative and one of the left.
Okay, so the show has extensively covered the woke mob's attack on free speech. Earlier this week, one Republican lawmaker had enough and called for a hearing. But which congressman was it that called for a public hearing on cancel culture? Was it Darrell Issa, B, Jim Jordan, C, Louis Gohmert from the great state of Texas, or D, Matt Gaetz?
See, I'm mixing up the numbers so that Lindsay can't cheat off me. Boom.
All right, let's see him. And Sean's right back in it. Yes, it was B.
All right,
Jim
tied
Jordan.
up.
Yeah, that's because Sean watches Newsmax. He was on Greg Kelly, I believe.
Well, he wrote a letter
to our show, Sean.
Chairman Nadler saying, hey, you know, enough's enough. Hey, by the way, you would know that he was right in his defense of free speech if you'd have read my article on Newsmax.com. Just saying. We talked about that, too. Nonetheless, we are tied. Can't wait for that tiebreaker. That's going to be a good one. So question 3, sticking with congressmen. And here's a test to see how well you, Sean, or Lindsay know your own show. Over the past year, you've had dozens of lawmakers join as guests. Which of these representatives has made the most appearances on Spicer & Co.? Was it A, Tom Emmer, B, Lee Zeldin, C, Jim Jordan, or D, Doug Collins?
Oh, wow.
I feel like Sean pulled the audience.
Oh, it's B. Well done, both of you. Lee Zeldin, nicely done. Tallying
I was thinking, he was there at the beginning. Collins did a lot during the Georgia race. Lee Zeldin, he's been there since day one.
Tried and true.
Well, he had his 14th appearance on last night's show.
Wow.
So both Emmer and Collins been on
Lee Zeldin.
There you go. And we're still tied at question 4. Actor Scott Baio joined the show last summer to talk about conservatives being blackballed in Hollywood.
Talking bad about us, for every Republican's an idiot. Every Republican president has been an imbecile. And we are racist bigots and homophobes. And it's stuck. And that is so opposite of what I am, being a conservative American. I am none of those things.
So Baio's most famous role, not appearing on Spicer & Co. or not Charles in Charge, was actually being Chachi on the classic sitcom Happy Days. Which of these is not a character on Happy Days? Was it A, Potsy, B, Pinky, C, Richie, or D, Mickey?
Boom. I faked Lindsay out. This is the thing. This is why being older is good.
Sean, you should get this. You lived through it, right? Mickey. Yes, you're
I was
right.
even born.
Yeah, well.
Well, Nick at Night's still around, right? But, yes, Richie and Potsy,
I want to throw out that question.
They were best buddies. Listen, Lindsay, Sean knows 50 shows. He lived it. He gets it. He understands it.
Thanks for
it's
making me feel
okay.
better.
Let's go.
But he's still up now. He's up. So going into question 5.
Oh, boy.
Hey, seriously, in all seriousness, you guys should be very proud of your 1 year.
Thank
And
you.
since that
Probably
launched,
should let Sean win since he never played before.
but you have quite a way to go to catch up to some of these. Which of these is the longest running TV show ever? Is it The Tonight Show, 60 Minutes, General Hospital, or D, Meet the Press?
Trying to freak me
Come
out.
on, Lindsay. I'm rooting for you.
I wasn't looking at you.
Sean takes it away. Meet the Press. That's right. First airing in 1947. It's the longest running news show, or at least it was till it became a propaganda show for the left, which it is now. But it's still on air.
Sean.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, hey, so here's the deal. We don't need it, but I'm going to throw this tiebreaker in just because I think this is by far the best tiebreaker question we've ever had on Spicer & Co. How many times has your humble host today, Seth Denson, been a guest on Spicer & Co? Remember, Price is Right rules. Maybe double or nothing, Lindsay.
23 times.
3.
We've been on 1 year. I'm going to go 1. Because it's Price is Right rules.
No, the correct answer is not enough. But
I win!
9.
Oh, my gosh, I was so close.
Doesn't matter.
I just question whether or not you had those questions in advance, buddy. But nonetheless, here's the deal. We're going to invite you back next week.
Thank you.
All right?
Wow. I feel honored.
Seth,
Seth,
now
you're
that I've
amazing.
shown why, I lead the
Congratulations,
quiz.
Sean, and Seth, you're the winner here today.
Yes. Anyway, thank you, Seth Denson, for allowing me to do this. Lindsay, spend the weekend catching up.
Yeah.
We'll be
Or
right
watch our
back.
show.
Thank you, Seth Denson.